Kink is not BDSM. Kink has become mainstream. Ask anyone on Tinder and they have a general idea of what being kinky means. The problem is, many think kink is BDSM, but they are not the same thing. You're listening to the Mistress Code. I'm RacyWilde. People are getting confused because there is a lot of misinformation out there. BDSM has traditionally been a tight-lipped scene. There is simply not enough official or recognized sources, and there are just too many sex influencers that have no clue about BDSM. Also, not only do media sources get it wrong, but academia. The definition for BDSM in the Webster Dictionary is sexual activity involving such practices as the use of physical restraints, the granting and relinquishing of control, and the infliction of pain. No. Basically put, kink is about sex, BDSM is about arousal. Let me explain. The objectives of kink and BDSM are different. Kink is about non-normative sex. The goal is sexual activity that is unconventional, and many include BDSM practices. However, BDSM is a collection of taboo practices. The activities in BDSM are focused on stimulation to excite, pique, provoke, and quicken. The goal is to explore the human spectrum of arousal, largely through a power exchange, but not always. There is both emotional and physical arousal in BDSM. The emotional includes, but is not limited to, fear, stress, anger, passion, shame, relief, sadness, and joy. The physical includes, but is not limited to, pain, pleasure, discomfort, numbness, restriction, and lightness. People often combine sexual activity with their BDSM, but that is by choice, not requirement. In fact, BDSM does not need a sexual element in order to exist. So, why would someone just want stimulation without sex, especially something that negatively impacts? Well, firstly, negative feelings are not bad, and they even have an element of pleasure. Just like loving someone so much it hurts, or having a deep, painful massage to stimulate and revitalize a muscle. Secondly, because they are a BDSMer, not a kinkster. BDSM is for people who want to experience their human condition, consciousness, and they are not afraid to go to very dark places, places that can be painful and challenging, but will awaken the soul to a unique human existence. For example, a person might have a desire to experience extreme fear. It could make them feel alive and grateful, perhaps feel light and free. Now, instead of dangling off a cliff that could put their life at risk, a person can experience fear within a BDSM context through designed action and a controlled environment with a person who cares and protects them. BDSM scenarios are mostly a setup, yes, but the emotions and the sensations and the connections can be very real. You can obviously tell I am very passionate about BDSM. So, kink is not BDSM, and BDSM is not kink. The reason why the difference is important to someone like me is because I'm not looking for sex necessarily. Yes, I'm a nymph and a sadist, which complicates this discussion, but I'm really looking to experience raw and deep human consciousness, emotions, sensations, and connections. So when a person comes to me asking to do BDSM, but they are really looking for a happy ending, I know they are not a BDSMer, but just a kinkster.